I wasn't going to even make this video today, but I saw this YouTuber talking and it kind of made me want to talk. I know my hair looks a little rough. Y'all, I don't know what it is, but I just been in this mood where, I don't know, like, I don't want to say, like, I just haven't been feeling, like, not energy, but, like, I just haven't been feeling as motivated to, like, not, like, I'd still be taking showers every day and stuff like that, but I just haven't been feeling as motivated to take care of myself as much as I did, like, normally do. Like, I remember, like, I normally clean my bathroom every week, but last week I went, like, a little past 4 days. Like, going to the gym consistently 3 times a week has been a struggle for me. You know, I was gonna go to the gym today, but I was like, man, I feel tired. That's another thing. I've been feeling super tired lately. Like, my sleep schedule's been off. It's like, it's been a lot. But nah, I just wanted to update y'all on my dating journey, because I know I told y'all that I was gonna be trying to talk to girls more and I was gonna try to get better with women. And I feel like I did get better compared to, like, how I used to be. I guess it's gonna be me telling y'all some story times, but nothing happened yet. But I guess I have been getting better. I'm gonna go to, like, the club scene. Now, I'm not gonna lie, like, sometimes, you know, some shots they go in, sometimes they don't. Like, I ain't gonna lie. But you know what I wish I could do? I wish I could, like, post me going smack at girls, but I don't know. I don't want to put on those meta glasses, because I feel like it's gonna make it, like, you know, they gonna know that I'm recording them, and then they're not gonna, like, want to mess with me, you know what I mean? Or they're gonna give me, like, a fake number or something. But anyway, I get back. So I've really just been going to the club and to, like, the mall to pick up girls, and sometimes I walk the Beltline. It's in Atlanta, but I'm thinking about, like, just going to other places. Oh my gosh, of course the blender starts when I start recording. I live with roommates, y'all, but I'm not gonna let it stop me. But anyway, what was I saying? So yeah, we was talking about girls. So I'm gonna tell y'all this story. So I've mostly just been trying for April and May. That's really when I started putting myself out there. You know, I was just like, I'm tired of being single. You know, I miss girls being around, like I said. And even if, like, you know, even just something, like, I do want something. Like, I didn't really have too much experience with girls. Like, I probably only had one kiss. Never really had too much. How can I say this without putting my business out there? Like, I'm gonna just say, I never really did anything with a girl. And I just feel like this is, like, I'm really ready to put myself out there, you know. When I was in middle school and high school, like I told y'all, I definitely had chances, but I didn't know what I was doing. But now, like, I know when a girl's into me. You know, she normally does, like, these four. I'm rambling now, but yeah, let me get to the story. So, this is how things have been going. It's like, I've been getting girls' numbers, but it's like they just won't text back. Or, you know, not all the girls don't text back, but most of them, like, really haven't been texting back. And I'm gonna tell you the story time. I remember I went to this club, and I feel like I messed it up though. It was like Mother's Day weekend. My bad. It was Mother's Day weekend, and I came to the club alone because I don't really have any friends. So I came to the club alone, and I walked up to this group of people. It was mostly girls. Those girls were, well, it was 3 girls, 1 boy, but then another girl came. But she was dating the 1 boy. And they were all cool. Like, they were funny. Like, they had me laughing. I was laughing. You know, it was a good time. I might put in some clips. But you know, there was this 26-year-old there. They were all 26. I'm 22, and she was so fine. And it's crazy too, because I wasn't even, like, you know what I mean? Like, I wasn't even, like, I was thinking about, like, trying to, like, go and smack at her, but something was like, nah, you know. But then something was like, let me just ask to sit with them. So, you know, we start talking, and she just starts talking to me. So I'm talking to her back like it's normal. And I noticed like she's touching me a little bit, like nothing crazy, but you know, and you know, I think we hugged twice. She gave me 2 hugs. And you know, we sit down and I brought up shrooms. Oh, you two be tripping. I can't say that on here, but I brought up that. I'd be like, you know, because we were already talking, you know, like a little bit during the night. And so I brought it up, and she was like, I love them. And we had the same zodiac sign. Yeah, we had the same zodiac sign, y'all. That's what was crazy too. And she brought him up, and she was like, yeah, I brought him up. She was like, I love taking shrooms. And I think when she said this, she held my hand. Like, yeah, we ended up holding hands. I don't know, it ended up doing something, but yeah, we ended up touching something, like nothing crazy, but you know, like it was there, y'all. So she asked me for my number, and y'all, this girl was bad. Like she was bad. Of course I didn't come looking like this, but anyway, yeah, she was bad. So she asked me for my number. Yeah, she was like, do you got a number? So I'm typing it in her phone. She asked me for my number. So that's the part y'all gotta remember. So this time it's like 2 a.m. too. And she asked me for my number, like I said, and I was type it in, and I was like, yeah, you know, I was definitely gonna say like, you're really pretty. And she said thank you, but it was kind of like a dry thank you, but you know how like pretty girls are. I might do a video on that. So yeah, she said thank you, and I was like, you know, do you like girls? And she's like, you know, basically she said it'd be fluid, and I was like, what about me and you? And I think she was like, you're a little young, I'm a little old, but you know, she was like, yeah, you know, maybe. And she was like, I'm still single though, so I'm open to it. And we didn't really talk too much about it for the rest of the night, because then she walked away or something. I don't remember, y'all. That night it was cool. But you know, we talked a little bit more, and she's telling me about her life. Now I think what messed it up, but messed me up though, was it was the end of the night, and I don't really got no car, and I don't got a job right now. I think like I told you, I think I'm about to start working for myself, but this was like in April, before I knew, like I got money saved up, like I got a decent amount of money saved up, but you know, like when you don't have consistent money coming in, like I want to at least be making more money. Like I got my grandma sends me money sometimes, but you know what I mean? Like it's not covering everything. So I'm really living off of savings. Like it's nothing too, like when my grandma sends me money, it's nothing, like it takes off the strain, but like, and like my monthly expenses, like they're not too crazy. Like they're not bad. Like it's like, I'm gonna make a video about that, but you know what I mean? You don't want to just be spending if you don't have no job. And I'm like athletic, so if I go to a club, I try to go to clubs that are like close to my house or parties. So I ain't gonna lie, like if it's an hour or an hour and 30 minutes, or sometimes a 2-hour walk, I'll just walk from the club to my house, and that'll be that. So the night ended, and I was telling them, oh yeah, you know, okay, I'm about to see y'all. Yeah, I'm about to walk, because they asked me where did I park, and they was like, walk. And the girl who asked for my number, she was like, what's the story, like? And then she was like, because you came over, you asked, can you talk to us, like what's the story, babe? You know, so I'm telling them how my mom told me not to go to driving school at 19, and I'm telling them I don't really got a car, and I'm telling them I don't got my license yet. So then they just pull away, and they're like, I could tell they was a little weirded out, and they're like, well, you have a good one. I hope you have fun. And they follow me on Instagram. The girl that I told you about, she got my number, and I texted her the next day. I think I texted her at 1 o'clock. I was like, what's up? It's the girl from the club. And I ain't getting nothing back, y'all. Nothing. So that's the first one that sticks out. The first story time too. It was the day before. It was this one girl at the club. It was her birthday weekend. And basically, like, I just asked to sit with them. And, you know, the one girl, this is not the girl that I went smack at. So it was like all girls this time. It was 3 girls. One was 26, but, you know, I ain't trying to go smack at her because she wasn't my type. And the other 2 was Hispanic. Now, they were both cute, I ain't gonna lie, but the one that I was talking to, because that's the main one that I was, like, talking the most with, like, I ain't go smack at her because, I don't know, like, I kind of just wanted to be friends with her. Now, of course, she did end up asking for my number, but she asked because she wanted to send me a course for real estate, because I told her how I don't have a job and just stuff like that. And she had the friend. Now the friend was cute. The friend was cute. So I wasn't gonna go smack at her at first. I was just gonna be like, cause she wasn't really talking to me. But anyway, we went into the car because the Hispanic, the girl who I was talking to the most, I'm gonna just call her Scorpio. She said, you know, I'll take you home, and I was like, thank you. But like I said, y'all, the club, like, if she didn't take me home, I was gonna walk because everything is like really close to me. So she took me home. But before that, her and the girl, the 26-year-old, they went outside and they smoked a J. But I don't really smoke. And the girl, you know, the girl I went smack at, she said she didn't feel like smoking. It was too cold. So we stayed in the car. We talked. And we talking more. And I'm not gonna sit here and lie. It wasn't like the girl from the story before. Like, she wasn't touching me or anything. But like, I don't know, like, I took this shot. I don't know, I just feel more confident now. Like, I just feel like I can take shots. So anyway, you know, she says, I asked her what she was doing tomorrow. And she said she was going to hang out with one of her hoes. And, you know, she said that he be playing games, though. And I was like, oh, how he be playing? Like, he don't want to be in a relationship. And then I asked her, did she like girls? And she said, you know, she was messing with the girl who said she'll drive me home. And I said, oh, okay. Like, I was like, yeah, you know, you're pretty. Can I get your number? And she said her phone died, but she said she'll type it in my phone. And I was like, are we going to hang out? But I probably shouldn't. That's probably where I messed up at too. I should have just been like, make sure he takes back. And she said, I don't know. She said, I don't know if we have she said, I don't know if I have time. I should have just known by then. Well, not should have known. I mean, like, it just seemed like she just wasn't sure. Plus, but she did say she works a lot because she said she's been on her own. I don't want to tell her all her business. So, yeah. Yeah, I texted her the next day. And yeah, like, we kept talking like normal. We just kept talking. The conversation kept flowing until they came back in the car from smoking. And I texted her the next day, I think at like 2 or 3. No, I think I waited and then I texted her on Sunday because the day we met at the club was Friday. And I texted her and she was like, and I didn't get a text back. I didn't get no text back. And I think I'm gonna just tell one more story time. There were story times from the mall. Yeah, I went to the mall, talked to girls, to Target. I didn't really get nothing. Like, I would get their numbers, but I wouldn't really get a text back. One girl flaked on me. So, I don't know, y'all. But anyway, so this last weekend, I went to a club. I bagged 3 girls. No, 5. I got 2 Instagrams, 3 numbers. But I guess I'm going to say 3 because I don't really count Instagram. But if we count Instagram, nah, I don't count. Instagram don't count. It doesn't count to me. I feel like Instagram is like not really, like, you know what I mean? You're just trying to be nice. So, I'm at the club, and you know when you're at the club, I'm hanging out with these guys, and we talk. We saying we just gonna go around, go smack at girls. And I'm not gonna lie, they were scared, but they was kind of young. I'm a little old. I'm 22, and one guy I was with, he was 17. The other guy was 18. I was like, I see this girl. I see that girl. So I'm going to just tell y'all I'm going to just tell y'all about the first 3. I'm going to try to make it short because this video is getting long. Or I can make a part 2. Depends on how long the video gets. So anyway, there's this one girl. This is the first girl I go smack at. And, I see her. Wait, was this the first one? Yeah, because it was 3. Yeah. Okay, I'm tripping. Okay, I was about to tell about the wrong one. So let me tell you about the first one. So it's this Hispanic girl. She's pretty. And, I just go talk to her on some cool stuff. I started a little small talk. I'm like, hey, how, I dap her up. And I'm like, how are you? I was like, where you from? And she started talking to me a little bit. And she's like, I'm too drunk to talk. I got to go. But get my number so we can keep talking. So I get her number. And that's that. Then it's another girl. I talked to her on some cool stuff. Then I'm like, can I, she was like, I told her about her age gap, and she was like, well, let's see. And I was like, bet, what's your number? And a lot of y'all not. She, when she gets my number, when she types her number in my phone, she wraps her hand around my hand, she held my hand. I was like, dang, really holding hands right now. Y'all, text this girl the next day. Tell me why she didn't text me back at all. I gave her a hug, held my hand and everything. Still ain't text me back. I don't know if she gave me the wrong number by accident. Because I'm not going to lie, she typed in her phone number twice in my phone. Because the first time she didn't give me the right number. I mean, not, what can I say? Not that. She gave me the Android number. So she typed in the wrong number. So I don't know if she did it twice or what. And the third time. So the second time, that's when we holding hands. I didn't get no text back. So the third time, it was this girl. She was by the bathroom. We talking in the bathroom. She called me cute. She was like, yeah, you're cute. And I was like, thanks. I was like, let's talk when we out the bathroom. Because we was both in line to use it. So I come outside, y'all. She has a whole boyfriend. I see her just stand, just hand on his chest. And the boyfriend, I said something to her. Now, I ain't gonna lie. I shouldn't have said this, but, part of me isn't catching on. But I say to her, I thought you said you was gonna wait for me. And she was like, I did. But she, you know what I mean? She kind of, was quiet a little bit about it. She kind of said it quietly. And the boyfriend, y'all, he looked at me with the meanest, he had the meanest mug on his face. Y'all should have seen him. But I don't know, she was bad. She was bad. That's the only reason why I went for it. And we end up so she was with her boyfriend, but the club ends up closing early. I don't know why. And I ended up seeing her at the exit because I ended up with this other stud because the guys I was with, they said they were about to go. They was about to, they had to go. So they left early. So me and the stud, we was like, oh, let's try to get some girls. Let's try to talk to some girls, while they're leaving. Cause that's the best time. That's the best time to get a girl's number when you at the club. Not F while the club's going on. You got to catch him at the exit. That's the best time to get numbers. But anyway, so that's the first girl I seen. I think as soon as I came out the exit, she was right there. So I was like, let me see if I can get her number. So I got her number and she was like, we'll see where things go. So, I texted her and I ain't gonna lie, the text, she kind of not texting consistently. It's nothing crazy. I'm not texting, but I'm like, okay, let me see if I can get on FaceTime with her. So, no, I was I texted her, hey, you busy? And it was something. Basically, the next day, she ends up calling me. I think we talked on the phone for 10, 15 minutes. Excuse me, y'all. We talk on the phone for 10, 15 minutes. And after that, it got a little quiet. And after that, she ain't called me back ever since. yeah, I think I like called her. I called her the next day, and that was like Thursday. It's Monday now. I didn't get a call back since. And the Hispanic girl, she I don't know, that's a mess. Like, so I don't want to put too much out of her business out there, but basically, long story short, we like texted, we got on the phone, and we was like, I'm trying to set up a link. And she said, like, sometimes she would go like hours and hours and hours without texting me. And she said she passed out. And she said she passed out again. And then she said she had really strict parents, so she couldn't go out. So yeah, like I'm not giving up. I mean, I think like, I don't know. I think like this is better progress then. Cause I mean, back when I was in Baltimore, when I tried to get a girl's number, I didn't even get a girl's number. I would get an Instagram. They won't text back at all. Or like, sometimes I would go smack at a girl and they just look at me like I was crazy back when I was 19. So I guess this is a step up because I'm getting numbers now. Because when I used to try, I remember last year I was trying around this time. I was trying. I didn't get no numbers. So I guess it's a step up. So maybe this is just like, part of the dating journey that nobody ever talks about. Maybe it's supposed to be rough like this, but it's all good because I'm going to another club on Friday. And I feel like I kind of know what to do at the clubs. I ain't gonna lie, like at the clubs, I would still get numbers, but it wasn't as much as the last time I went to the club. Like I feel like the last time I went to the club, like it was really different for me. Like, the girls were like way more easier, even if I didn't get a girl's number, if I ended up getting a girl's Instagram, like, I don't know, it just seemed easier. So I guess I gotta move like that. So I feel like I know how to like get numbers when going to the club now. So this Friday when I go to the club, I'm gonna definitely walk around more. I feel like I didn't walk around as much. Like I kind of just sat down a little bit, or like I kind of just stood by the bar. But it's kind of like weird too, because when you're going to the club, everybody's turning up, dancing. So it's like, you know what I mean? You're trying to talk while a girl's dancing. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I think the next time I go to the club, instead of like just trying to get numbers, if I see a girl, I might just be like, and I think she's cute, I might just do what I did in the first story time. Just ask if I can dance with her, I can hang out and just see where things go. And of course, when the club ends, I'm gonna try to, cause it's never crazy long. Like it'd be like the time be from like 11 to 3, 10 to 3. Well, sometimes you got to get there early, and I'm gonna catch him like outside the club. Like that's really the best time I think to get numbers, outside the club. But I think I'm gonna just try going to different places too, cause I don't know. I'm gonna try the Beltline again. I just try different spots other than the mall and the club. But at the club, like, you're not really like, you're not really gonna meet like, like your long term, like your person there probably. I mean, I think it is possible, but but it's just kind of hard for me because I don't really like at work. It could happen, but if you're not really like when you're not working, like at a public job, it's kind of harder. And then it's not easy to find jobs, or, like at my last job I worked at, there was this one cute girl there, but, she was just doing her own thing. So, it's like, it's not like in school. Like I really wish now growing up, like if I really like, I remember I used to tell my younger, like when I was younger in middle school, high school, I really wish like I did shoot my shot more with girls, because the thing about school is, you know, like, that's the best time to shoot your shot, because, like, that's the most, like, that's the time you're gonna be around girls the most. Like, it's gonna be super easy for you. Like, you got the cafeteria, you got classes. Like, I really wish I did, but back when I was growing up, I didn't know what I was doing. But that's definitely, like, I'm not gonna say regret, because you know what I mean? Like, you can't, you know what I mean? Like, you can't change the past, but if I could go back in time, I definitely would have tried more growing up, like when I was younger, because I probably would have had more experiences. Like, you really, like, one thing I am definitely glad, though, about these experiences, you really just got to open your mouth. Like, closed mouths don't get fed. Like, you just got to shoot the shot, because it might go in. Like, that night, the lady was 26, I was 22. And she wasn't being nice, because she wasn't, like, she wasn't a mean person, but you know what I mean? So, you know, just thinking about how that went in, like, you know what I mean? Like, imagine. So, you know, that's another thing. So if you're watching this video, you know, shoot the shot.